Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be discussing what is expected of you regarding Canvas as a coach at Butler Community College. To log into Canvas, open up the Chrome or Firefox browser and go to online.butlercc.edu. You'll be taken to a Microsoft sign-in page where you'll enter in your Butler email address. Then click the Next button. Now we will enter in our Butler password. The last step to signing in is verifying your identity. Most often, this is done by receiving a text message from Microsoft. The text message will appear as a 6-digit code. Enter that code into the empty field and then click Verify. You can choose to stay signed in if you would like to reduce the amount of times you are asked to sign in. Once signed in, you will see your Canvas dashboard. This is where your courses will appear. The title of the course will typically be the sport that you are teaching. For instance, Varsity Football 1. Go ahead and open up the course. All courses at Butler are required to have at least two things, the first being a simple syllabus and the second being an active gradebook. Let's take a look at the simple syllabus now. In the left navigation, click Simple Syllabus. After a couple of moments, the syllabus will load in. The first component that you'll have to address is the class information component. This is where you would enter the meeting time and location for your course. You can also enter in the time and location of practices if you would prefer to do that. Next up is instructor information. In this component, some information will be populated for you. However, you can change that information or add additional information, such as an image. To do so, you can click the pencil icon, change any of the information that you wish to change, and then click Save. The next component is the required materials component. This component has to be completed before you will be able to submit your syllabus. If you do not require the students to provide any materials, click Add New Materials, and then in the title field, type None. Next, click the Save button. Supplemental materials works the same as the required materials component, however, it does not have to be completed for your syllabus to be submitted. If you do not wish to enter information into the supplemental materials component, mark this component as invisible. The methods of grading and evaluation indicates how the student will be graded in this course. For instance, if your course uses a pass-fail grading scheme, enter that information into this box. Simple Syllabus has two class schedules. The first class schedule is manually generated, and items can be added to this class schedule by clicking the plus button, and then entering the necessary information into the fields. For instance, additionally, there's another class schedule that is automatically generated based on the assignments that are in your course. You're only required to have one class schedule, and you can mark whichever you are not using as invisible. The last two components that you will need to change are the instructor policies and the departmental policies. Instructor policies are defined by the instructor and change on a course basis. By default, attendance, late/makeup assignments, and drop will be populated into this field for you. However, you can remove the information in this field and edit it to fit your needs specifically. Departmental policies will be provided to you by your lead or chair instructor. If your department does not have any specific departmental policies, you can mark this component as invisible. The final step is to submit your syllabus. The next requirement for courses at Butler is an active gradebook. To create an active gradebook, you must first have assignments. To add assignments, click the Assignments button in the left navigation. By default, an assignment group titled Assignments will be generated for you. You can add assignments to this group by clicking the plus icon to the right side of the group. In the box that appears, you can enter the assignment name as well as the due date and the point value for the assignment. Additionally, you can click More Options to be taken to a more complete assignment details page. For most sports, the only thing that might be graded is the student participation in the sport. To set up an assignment for participation, you can enter a name, such as and then scroll down and assign a point value. You can set the submission type to no submission. If you'd like to, you can assign a due date, however, you do not need to. To finalize the assignment, click Save and Publish. If you are setting up participation assignments for each week, you can quickly and easily duplicate assignments by opening the assignments page, going to the right-hand side of the assignment, clicking the More Options button, and then clicking Duplicate. From here, all we have to do to make this a new assignment is click the More Options button, click Edit, and then change where it says Week 1 copy to Week 2. Then click Save and Publish. Using this method, we can easily create participation assignments for all 16 weeks of the semester. If these are the only assignments in the course, you'll want to make sure that weighted grading is not enabled for this course. To make sure that weighted grading is turned off, go to the Assignment Settings button, click Assignment Groups Weight, and then uncheck the box that says Weight Final Grade based on assignment groups. Doing this will make sure that your students are graded purely on the points that they are provided for each assignment. To enter grades into your gradebook, click the Grades button, go to the column with the assignment that you would like to grade, and then click the Dash button and enter the amount of points that they received for that assignment. Clicking the Enter button will quickly take you to the next row to enter the grade for that student. After grades have been entered, the total for that student will appear on the right-hand side. If a student does not receive points for an assignment, it is important to actually go in and enter that that student has received a 0 for that assignment. Otherwise, the grade will not be affected. Thank you and have a great day.